What's going on, Mutha Truckers? Welcome to Mutha Truck News. Email us at muthatruckernews@gmail.com. Been getting a lot of links to this, so just want to talk about personal conveyance. There's a lot of truck drivers that are very confused about this. I'll tell you why, because law enforcement is confused about this as well. Remember, the law is always interpreted from the DOT officer's point of view. So what you want to do is, if they give you a warning, beg for a ticket, because you can't fight a warning, and that will definitely still go on your score, and you don't want that. So fight for the ticket. I know it sounds confusing, but that's what it is, right? We got links. Monkey shared a link of a truck driver talking to law enforcement about personal conveyance, and some people say what he said is in the wrong. I just want to put the information out there, and at the very end of the video, I'm going to give you the FAQs of what the FMCSA says, so you have a better understanding. If you want to skip to that, you can, but just want to bring up this topic because a lot of people are getting in trouble with this, and now you have a better understanding of why private companies don't even want their drivers to PC, because they just don't even want to deal with it. Right, Mutha Truckers, let's get into the video today. So check this out real quick. Here's one that Monkey showed. Again, this is for informational reasons only. Tell me what your thoughts are, and tell me what you know about PC and personal conveyance. And from there, I'll give you the FAQs at the end, and tell me if that matches up. Again, I'm not perfect. If I get something wrong, I'm definitely here to apologize and update, but giving you what I can from the rule books.
While you're getting loaded, you run out of hours. Are you allowed to PC to the next safe haven? And that's a clause, you know, I was taught that's an exception to the rule. I know it kind of...
Not an exception that I have been told.
Okay. What if you are on an on-ramp and you're totally out of hours, and the DOT, and you say, look, I'm not going to write you a ticket, but you got to get somewhere. And then I start my clock. I'm in log violation, right?
You're going to go... What I do,
I mean, what I do in that situation,
and I think it's the right way to do things. I mean, you're there, obviously, we don't want you on the road for hours or anything like that, getting tired, but if you're there, and, you know, of course, you're going to get, I don't give citations for that generally, but it's going to go on an inspection. You're going to get a warning for failing to obey a traffic control device. No emergency flashers, no warning triangles, and I need you to move off that ramp. You don't have any hours to drive. I'm going to have you go into PC, and I'm going to escort you into the nearest place to park.
Okay.
I want you guys to know that the truth is, if you talk to 10 DOT officers, they're going to give you different answers. So it's the way they interpret it. What you're going to have to do is you're going to have to go into the data queue, and you're going to have to fight it, and hopefully bring up the hours of service, bring up the rule book, and say, look, there's nowhere in the PC that says that you can't do this, you know. And if you give a good enough argument, then they will take it off of your score. You know, they actually have a frequently asked questions on this. Number 1, may a driver who drops his or her last load at a receiver's facility use personal conveyance to return to their normal work location? Example, home or terminal. The answer is no. Returning home or to the terminal from a dispatch trip is a continuation of the trip, and therefore cannot be considered personal conveyance. Number 2, the guidance allows for authorized use of a CMV to travel home after working at an off-site location. What is meant by that term off-site when used in this context? The answer, the term refers to a location other than a carrier's terminal or a shipper or receiver's facility where a driver works for a temporary period for a particular job. Specifically, this term is intended for construction and utility companies that set up base camps near a major job and operate from there for days or weeks at a time. These remote locations are considered off-site locations. Therefore, travel between home and that off-site location is considered commuting time and qualifies as personal conveyance. Number 3, is personal conveyance treated any differently when the driver is hauling hazardous materials? No, there is no restriction on personal conveyance regarding hazardous materials transportation, provided the driver complies with the provisions of 49 CFR Parts 177 and 397. Number 4, can a driver who claims the short haul exception use personal conveyance? Yes, there is no connection between personal conveyance and the short haul exception. As always, off-duty time does not extend the 12-hour duty time limitation. Number 5. How is personal conveyance time calculated in the hours of service rules? Time spent under personal conveyance is off-duty time. Number 6. May a driver use personal conveyance when they run out of available driving on-duty hours? No, except for the one exception described in the guidance where a driver who runs out of hours while at a shipper's or receiver's facility may drive from the facility to a nearby safe location to park, provided the driver allows adequate time to obtain rest in accordance with daily minimum off-duty periods under the hours service rules before beginning to drive. Personal conveyance is those times where a driver is operating solely for non-business purposes and cannot be used to extend the duty day. Number 7. Are there maximum distance time or distances limits for the use of personal conveyance? People ask this one a lot. No. However, it is important to note that the provisions in 392.3 of the FMCSRs prohibiting the operation of a commercial motor vehicle while fatigued continues to apply. Therefore, a driver must get adequate rest before returning to driving. So remember, there is no maximum distance that you can PC, but the fatigue rule comes into play. Number 8, if a driver picks up the commercial motor vehicle from a repair facility once repairs are complete, would the driver be allowed to use personal conveyance to their residence from the repair shop? This one gets people off actually. The answer is no. Travel, repairs, and maintenance work is being done in the furtherance of the business and is considered on-duty time. So be careful about that one. Number 9, can a loaded vehicle be used as personal conveyance? Yes, determining personal conveyance is based on the nature of the movement, not whether the vehicle is laden. Number 10, can personal conveyance time be combined with other off-duty time to complete a 10 or 34-hour break? Yes. Since PC is off-duty time, however, it is important to note that the provision in 392.3 of the FMCSRs prohibiting the operation of commercial motor vehicle while ill or fatigued continually applies. 11. Can a driver be inspected during a personal conveyance? If so, what is the driver's duty status during the inspection? Yes, since the driver is still subject to FMCSRs, the driver of vehicle can be inspected. The driver's duty status would be on duty, not driving during the inspection. So they said this is last updated Tuesday, November 6th of 2018. Again, remember the FMCSA, their rules are very old school and they don't really change much. So this is the updated one that they have. You know, if I did get anything wrong and they do have an updated version, I will do my best to update you guys. But yeah, a lot of people don't know. There is no maximum distance for PC. You could go as far as you want, but it's under that fatigue rule. And like they said, if you're getting work done at a repair shop and you want to drive home to PC, that's actually already on the clock because you're getting stuff done while you're getting stuff done for your work. So there's a lot of things here, right? You just got to understand what it is, familiarize yourself. It takes some time, but that's what it is. But yeah, Mutha Truckers, yeah, this is the guidelines. I'll put the link so that you guys have this. But this is the long version of the personal conveyance frequently asked questions. But just remember, every law enforcement you talk to, they're going to give you something different. And because of that, what you want to do is you want to ask for the ticket. Hopefully they don't give you a warning. And you fight that in the data queue. And if you guys have questions about that, we'll do some data queue stuff. And I'll get a ex-DOT officer on so that we can learn more. But hopefully some of this stuff helps.